はい、始まりましたでしょうか。ケロロ仮面ゲームズです。ということで今日もストリートファイター6やっていきたいと思うんですけど、昨日の配信で、僕の声が一切入ってなかったんで、それは本当に申し訳ないなと思っております。はい、小田さん、初見さんいらっしゃい、ゴンゴンさんいらっしゃい。でね、こいつね、多分こっからランク上がるやつだから、かなりモード入ってると思います。うわあ、
They need to hold out. Oh, burnout on both sides? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean extra.
OK! 勢いづいてる先輩シルバー2のやつを跡形もなくやっていく。エーペックスやってくれたらずっといいます。知らん、それはやらん。エーペックスじゃなくても言ってくれよ。おい、死ぬくぞ。Okay.
Now's the time. Still scrapping for control of the space. Goes for an
Okay.
burnout.
よいしょ。ダボー。
Knockout and they just won't stop switching. All the throw connects. What'll happen here? A real test.
よいしょ。全然やっていける。ケロロうまいのに。いやいやいや。エーペックスね、マジでね。あ、でもほんとゴンゴンさんとやったらね、うまくいったね。やりやすかったね。けどほんと一人じゃダメなのよ俺、多分。で、テンションも上がらんしね。どっち？そっちね。怒ってますよ。
Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Throws them to negate. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. 100-hand slap delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Plenty of space between the fighters. Going on the offensive? Player 2 can't afford this. Charges forward. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Player, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now.
よいしょ。これが格ゲーだぜ。シェアしてたくさんシェアしても頼んでも無理です。今ね、こっちの目標できてますからね。こっちの目標ができちゃってんだよ。よいしょ。そう、ストリートファイターでの目標できちゃってるからちょっとダメなんで、まあほとんどエペスキは勝ちやね。けどエペスキでもコンからね、みんな合わせてきた。ドンマイ。ゲージ3つ分のやつね。それでも死なないよ全然。なにこいつガチか。ガチか、合わせてきた。まあエペ好きの人とかまだね、俺抱え込むぐらいフォロワーいないのよ。だから大丈夫なんです。自分がやりたいゲームをやるんですよ。とりあえずはね。 でも本当にバズってるゲームがね出てきたらね、自分の中でね、はいドスコーパーフェクトエラー。自分の中でこのゲームしてたらみんな来るなってなったらね、さすがにやらないといけないけどさ、まだそんなにね、まだ今の状態でフォローしてる人すらもまだ子さんなのよ。あ、でもゴンゴンさんそろそろフォロー返してもいいな。子さんだな、もうぼちぼち。
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
よいしょ。
Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo.
うわっ、
Player 2
おい
pushes
おい
the
おいおい
opponent
お
into
い
the corner.
マジでやめて、マジで落ちんでくれ。うわ、無効試合に投稿できたんだ今の。こういうので連勝記録なるの困るんだけど、連勝記録止まるの困るんだけど。おいおいおいおいおい、返してもいいんだよ、ガチで返してもいいよそろそろ。ただね、ゴンゴンさんちょっとね、名前変えすぎやからね。
Our fighters are ready to get down to it. So let's start the match
ゴン
and
ゴン
see
さん
what
名
these
前変えす
warriors
ぎだ
are
からちょっと
capable
わ
of.
かんないもんな。なんか一個本当にこれ名前変えんっていう名前にしてほしいな。
Here we go.
あ、無効試合になってる。
What are these fighters going to do?
よかった。
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now that he takes some big chances to do damage,
はめていく。
decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Was that a good decision? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Throws out the fireball to check it. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. This is a real back and forth match. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 picks up the always important first round.
ブロンズさんの遊びには付き合ってられないです。
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws out a projectile. Parries the projectile. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. They break things off to take a quick breather. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Taking stock. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Takes a trip. Uses the target combo as a filler. Brushes that off and keeps going. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon.
何の勝負やねんそれ。
Ultimate killer head wrap.
なんでやねんやねんやねんや。
Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Jumps. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Are we going to see a comeback here? Escapes the corner. Impact squash. Tags him.
よいしょ。
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? That overhead was a bit obvious.
よいしょ。
Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Charges in with authority. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 2
よいし
is going
ょ。
to have a hard time managing their drive now. predicts the combo. What a clutch side switch there.
おいし、それでよかったの？
With the throw.
やばい、
Heading
調
into
子乗っ
the
た。
end game now. It's getting tense. With the life gap opening, rejects the
危ね
air attempt. Player 2
じゃあまた
takes the
FP やるんでい
round
つ
like
か。
a thief
変え
in the
て
night.
ないのね。
What else can they get away
小田
with?
さんのまあまあにしてファンマつけるだけとかにする。ファンマつけるってこと？
Immediate jumping.
俺のファンマは何な
Both showed
の？
their
変え
hands
る？
a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Heats it up with a combo into super. Responds with the ultimate killer head round. What'll happen here? Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Going in? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Side switch in the corner. Their drive gauges are experiencing burnout. Player 1 has the dex. This is gonna hurt. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Dangerous range here. Jumps! Here comes the corner pressure. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Charges forward. Presses for a reaction with a fire. Reads the jump in perfectly. Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford any. Knocks them out of
お、
there.
あ、こいつうま。
This is gonna kill.
調子乗ってた。ナメプしてたわ。やっぱナメプとかしてんなよ。本当に。かっこいいな、竜。
Starts things off with a jump in? Oh my god, they just choked it up! Jump?
やばい。
Close range projectile! Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can absolutely relentless? Super art to show off what a PhD in fighters can do for you!
やられるわけにはいかねえんだよ。
Clutch, clutch anti-air! A jump in? Solid anti-air! What now? What are they gonna do? Chuck the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Big parry. Good parry. No
ビビっ
way.
てん
No
な
sign
や。
of letting up from out of the corner. Shots fired with tempo. Players drives it back, misses. This can lead to some big.
危ね
Kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my
危なかっ
game, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
キャミー。怖い。ガード系でいきま
Here
す。
we go. What are these fighters going to do? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? No good up high. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Still slugging it out here. They trade hits, and now both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Time's the only thing moving here. The super armor does its job. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Takes a trip. Rolls
OK。
Player 2 on the board
アントニオ
first with the win. They'll want to keep the
張本
pressure on.
Round 2.
変な名前やな。
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 chases them down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Hits them with a stop.
マジー。
Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth,
Gotcha.
but no one has dominated the fight. 100-hand slap. Looking to impress with this super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing
あ
around.
この間ゲージ俺のゲージは溜まっていくんだな。向こう側をさ収まっていく。
This is gonna get messy. That's a big gap. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Charges forward. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Smart decision there. The chip damage was
チ
enough.
チチなんか相手弱くなってんな。
Solid neutral game wins match.
あお酒今お酒飲んでるからちょっと強くなってる。俺
Ooh, it looks
お
like
酒
we're
飲んだら
waiting to
格
see
ゲー
what
強くなる
the
説ある。
opponent wants to do first. An aggressive attack. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Knockdown. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent
こ
into
んな
making
と
a
ころで
mistake.
ところでところで
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Charges forward. Jumps in. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Going on the offensive. Looking for a chance. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. In there!
OK
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins
おい
matches.
シルバーに3まで行きたいんだけどな。そううまくはいかんわな。多分ここら辺で負けると思うんだよな。だがしかし今日はいける日。ルークか。
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Difficult situation for a throw. Who's it gonna be? Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Knockdown. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner.
流れ変えなきゃ。
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Projectile to try and change the situation. Feeling out the spacing. Misses the drive impact. Carries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Pressuring the situation with the charge in.
うまうま。
Takes a trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. No drive gauge to rely on now. What are they gonna do? The pressure is so intense here. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Time's the only thing moving here. Blast them! Going on the offensive? They need to rely on their instincts.
9連勝中や相手。
Sandblast! Both of them are low on health and are playing
Ah,
with authority with that big,
俺6連勝と思ったら相手
punishment.
9連勝やから。
Player 2 with the first strike.
シルバー3でもう俺と戦ってる。あ、違う。
Checks with a sandblast.
俺が
Who's going
今
to
シルバ
start
ー2
things
か。
off? Player 1 chases them down. 100-hand slap. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this
し
range.
た。
Knockdown and sandblast. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Clutch, anti-air. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Their life Tokugeki to the face. Pumps the brakes on the impact. They're in range. We gonna see a jump that crowns them from above.
やばい。
What now? Wyatt tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Will they gamble some solid
やばい。
anti-air? Wyatt
よいしょー。オッケー。
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter
連勝 vs 連勝の戦いですよ。
fires a blast. Chucks the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Fires without warning. Which fighter will control the pace of the match? Delivers the pain right to the doorstep.
うわー、
You'll need
押せた押せた今の。
a good spot to use
やらかしたな。
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
やらかした。
Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Any throw will whip, all the throw connects. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Goes all in with the uppercut. Will this super art do anything? Sends them flying. Fires a blast. Denied. Keeps cool and locks them out. Checks with a sandblast. Gets into perfect fireball range. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. The brain of this fighter to fit for the counter in that situation. Oh my god!
いやー、ちまったー。今のすかしちゃダメだろ。おい。6連勝止められていく。こうなったらもう強いよ。 あとは相手の9連勝止めるだけやから。
Turns it up a notch. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Sticks the jump in. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome. Rising uppercut. Checks them with a projectile. They break things off to take a quick. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut.
何？
Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
あー、終わっ
They got it, yes.
た。こいつは10連勝だな、本
Player
当に。
2 on the board first.
なかなかおらんぞ、10連勝
They'll
のや
want
つ
to。keep the pressure on. Immediate jumping. Who's going to start things off? Goes for a projectile to try
こ
and
れが
change
マ
the
ジで
pace.
うざい。
You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 brushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. Ultimate killer head round. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Sandblast. Anything off the smash? They continue to battle it out in the middle of this. Brushes that off and keeps going.
狙ってたね。
Activates. Uses the game
So-
for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 might have just frozen.
マジで取れたわ、最初の。
Amazing. Crowns them from above. Player 2 anti-air in the clutch. Closing moments of the match. There's a burnout. Oh boy. This can lead closes
Oh.
it out.
コット。
Last round, people.
まさかの
Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Checking their reactions with a fireball? This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Sandblast. Both fighters are raring though. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. What's next? Crowns him from above. White draw, super hard incoming.
あ、それ食らうか。
Burns out. What now? Nothing stops this.
あ
Sends the
ー
meter.
不便だな、こいつと戦うの。
Getting ready. Player 1, solid anti-air. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger. There's a burnout. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? A real
Ah,
test
zero.
of nerves here.
嘘やろ。
Player
こい
two
つ強かった
made
な。
some smart moves there.
ランクダウンした。ランクダウンしたよ。そんなすぐランクダウンするかね。いやでもまあそうか、2回連続負けてるわけやからな。ちくしょう。
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Starts with a jump in. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? That was a solid anti-air. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape.
同じ技してやがってる。
Taking stock. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Takes a trip. In a this is gonna be bad news.
同じ技ば
Player
っかし
two
やがっ
will
て。
have to fight
てめ
back
え
here
よ。
without any drive. Neither fighter can going on the offensive. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Who will capitalize on the closes with the throw? Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
まあまああれだけ対策すればいいかな。
Goes for the jump in to start. This round delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Charges forward. Stings them with the shikusen. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Responds with That's a big gap. Who's going? Charges forward. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Sat waiting for this opening. Punish counter on reaction. Closes it out.
Okay.
Here's the final round. The
や
real
って
fight
きそうや
starts
な
now.
思いましたわ。
Final round. Fight.
To the face. Not close enough, but delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Turning it right up with a super. Turns up with the ultimate killer hand grab. Player two is in a very what a smart blow. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. No, this will break them. Player one, the drive impact doesn't work. And whip, they're wide open.
よいしょ。チチチ。
Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Big man's coming for you. Get right in there. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Solid combo.
こいつさ、歩く速度速すぎん？
With the left rolls in. Player 2 on the board first.
こいつ歩く速度めっちゃ速いから怖いわ。
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jumping. Charges forward. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Oh,
うわ、合わせてきた。
hits them with a stop and block. Player 2 bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now is the time. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Not close enough for the throw. What'll happen here? Blocks the low kick. Oicho. Going in. And it's KO.
こいつうざいな。このモード入っ
This
た
is
ら
the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in, tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Misses the front, hits him with a stopping block. Throw is denied. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Clutch anti-air. They just said get that jump in out of here. Player anti-air in the clutch. Reads the jump in perfectly. Breaks holy. Shrugs that off. Player 2 is barely hanging on to the last bit of drive. Rushes in. Slaps him. Absolutely relentless. Looking for a hole. Totsugeki to the face. What now? Can they use? Oh, what's this? Are you kidding me?
Say.
Really had to fight for that one.
負けねえぞ
No shortage of drama.
この野郎じゃんけんみたいないかねえぞ試合はスパッと終わらすグーチョキバッコーラッコあんま遠くですかミキズルさん足は大丈夫ですかはい。全然マッチングしないね全然マッチングしないね
Here comes a new challenger.
よっしゃ
How's this match going to shake out? It's going to be exciting to see.
さっきの女の子とキャミーとこういう系はねもうガードに尽きる
Here
な
we
と
go.
思う
What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Nice counter. Smart play there. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Who's gonna make a move? A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground.
ガードに尽きる言うときながら
Starts with a jump in.
ガード全然してないじゃないの君
Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Coming through.
やっとやん
Extra to that
やっ
to
と
make
当たったや
sure
ん
the opponent walks away with a full plate. Overdrive cannon spike. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
うまいね合わせが
The opening on that impact. Will closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
スマートすぎ
Player
る
2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the
こ
pressure
いつスマ
on.
ートすぎる
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Charges forward. Sees it coming and delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Ultimate killer headband. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the cannon spike. Are they going to throw them? A quick breather. Are we going to see a comeback here? Big man's coming for you. Up for the arrow. Okay, here we go. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. They're in range.
よし危ね
With that anti-air. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Left charges forward. And whiffs! They're wide open! Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Their spacing is so
あ、そこも届くか。
perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. How are they meant? This is gonna hurt. Crowns them from above. Okay, nobody blink. There's a drive impact. Turns out, player one, oh, putting the cherry on top. Oh,
よしよしよしよしよしよし。
pack it up. This match might be over. Both sides getting ready. They are not getting close to each other. Are we gonna see a comeback? Yo, critical art now? Well, now that is a punish.
おーしょー。おー、一番にゴース。
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
ここはさすがにいけるか。おお、来たか。
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation.
やばい。
How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight.
うまい。
The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Strings it all together. What's going to follow the combo? Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Knockdown. Coming through. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Life lead opens up. Good old slap. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Charges forward. A clutch drive move here can close out this round for either fighter. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Responds with the ultimate.
Okay. Safe, 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 safe.
Player one wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Who's going to start things off? Going on the offensive? Grabs him. Good work staying in throw range there. Goes for the jump in. Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning something? Player two holding on to that corner advantage.
こいつのこのコンボで掴みあい来るね。
What'll happen here? Charges forward.
くそーい。
You got it. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. A quick breather. Nice read with the cannon.
まあ。
One chance here may end this match. Experiencing. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to
ゲージ溜まってます向こうは。
Going on the offensive? Cannon spike. Jump. This can lead to some big damage.
からの。
Jump.
はいはいはい。
Super art to show what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Player two needs to take advantage of the kick. Oh, yo, Ross, super hit.
いったか
Special forces don't play. Delta ran assault.
ー。あ、いけるいけるいけるいける。
Suspend the meter on the super. Rushes in. Fights back. Cannon spike. Throws him. Both sides getting ready. 100 hands. This is a critical moment. Impact squash. Absolutely relentless. I can't believe it.
どっち持ってかれた。いい戦いでしたね。お、フォローありがとうございます。名前がちょっと読めませんけれども。あ、逃げられた。意地でちょっと俺の連勝を止めたかっただけの感じの2回目でしたね。止まったか、連勝。ダルシム嬉しい、かわいい。なんか使うの難しいから、でもキャラクター的に見るの好きやからさ。 ダルシムに塩かけたら縮んでなくなりそうやけど大丈夫。ヨガプレイ。
This is vicious with the play-by-play. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Goes for the throw.
こいつ
What are they thinking here? Absorbs the attack and fires back. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity? And a super activation. Juicy damage. Misses the get. Player 2 picks up the always important first round.
はいはいはい、これがダルシムの間合いですね。西山さんこんばんは。配信お疲れ様です。2回目か、コメディアンホラー西山さん。
Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win.
西山さんありがとうございます。コメント2回も来てくれて、まさか来てくれるとはな。独特な名前やから覚えてたわ。
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Grabs and throws them away. Going in, their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta wrecks them. Burnout activates. Life lead is there, but going on the offensive, still scrapping for control of the space.
Yoga. どうなるどうなる。こんなやられ方だる。悔しい。ダルシムに負けると悔しさが増すよね。もうまっとうにやるしかないよね。
Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. What are they thinking here? Sticks the combo. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. KO.
はい、こうやってまっとうにやりましょう。ダルシムの場合はなんか変な華麗に回されてる感じが嫌やから。
Goes for the jump in to start the round. The jump in is denied. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Gotta be careful, brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 uses the gauge for a super arm. Ultimate killer head wrap. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Not close enough for the throw. Genius read. They just won't stop switching sides. Burnout activates.
大丈夫大丈夫。何なんじゃそのコンボ。あぶねえ。ベンベンベン。おいっちょいくか。もう勝てるぞ。
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Whiffs the throw. Reacts fast enough to get the counter. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
ダルシムの手当たり判定あんのもしかして。
The corner pressure continues. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. All right, what's coming up next? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Just out of range for that throw. Taking stock. This is a huge chance to make a field. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 baits out the attack and gets them to come
Okay.
break like that. What a
もう負けない。でも意外とギリギリや。
With a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Cool gain control of the match in the early going. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Anti-air drops them. Drive gauge gap here. Lets off a Yoga Fire. They decide to take a breather to regroup. So, what's next? Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? We have Super Art on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Life lead is there. This is gonna be bad news. Good old slaps.
よいしょ。
Right there. The final bout is about to start.
ちょい残るかこれは。
And expect to walk away.
残った
They're
か。
back into the corner now. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Big wall splat into the
Okay.
amazing never say die attitude. Got
画
them
面
the
端
win.
画面端。
Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
くそなかなか進まんな。いやそうかシルバー1を行って今シルバー2のここやからか。
Comes a new challenger.
進んでる方か。シルバー3まで行きたかったけど今日はちょっと厳しいか
How's this
な。
match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
波動拳できそう
Checking。how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage?
よく合わせてきた
Player
ね。
2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge
Nani?
replenishes? Knockdown. Reacts to the throw. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. Connects with medium kick. Picks up the win with the
Nani?
counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake.
この剣はちょっと強そうだな。なんか真っ当な戦い方してくるね。けど案外読んではないから。俺のジャンプに昇竜拳合わせてきたりはしないからそんなでもないよ多分。だから近距離でガンガンいけばいけんじゃない。
Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Going in. Player 1 is not in a good place health-wise, but with a super art in play, it's still not. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Attempts to break, but gotta do better than that. Burnout activates.
Okay.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
向こうは SR 溜まってるから CR、SR やったっけ。
Time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Goes for the jump in. Looking to impress with this sweeper. Responds with the ultimate killer.
そうそうそう言っても初戦はさクラシックやからさ
How long can this offensive assault continue?
多分合わせにくいんだと思う。
With the rhythm owning that space. They throws them. Both sides getting
はい俺
counter. Oh, that's so sick. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger. They're in the corner. This they change.
よし。
Player two
そうそうそうそう
gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows the medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage. So they should be looking to
こいつ合わせんのうめえよな。
Player
急に来るよ
has used up all of their drive.
な。あ、そうそうそう、こういう技がね少ないから。
Player one chases them down. Can't tech the throw. Taking stock. Well timed corner switch.
あー、ドライブインパクトラッシュですね。
On the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
1戦目は毎回くれてやら。
Pops him with a shoulder. Check charges forward.
昇竜拳思い出したよ。
Going on the offensive. Player two blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Going in.
はい、昇竜拳思い出しましたよ。
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Hits them with a stop.
はいはいはい。
Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Both fighters planning something, looking for a chance. Excellent block. Close range projectile. Gets the side switch. Are we gonna see
Yo, Cho.
that with confidence? The pressure burns out.
ガチ。
One chance here may end this match. Player one can't
回復させてくれ。え、
projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round.
回復できんかった。
Player one
なんでだ。
brings it home. Let's see if they can build
マジか、
themselves
取られた。
a streak.
俺の連勝
It's
記録。
not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Show charges forward.
昇竜拳ちゃうんかいそこ。
Player two has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Can they exploit this advantage? Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up.
OK。
Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or
昇竜拳を合わせるようになってきましたよ。
cuts in with the driving. Flushes that off and keeps going.
思い出させてしまったです。思い出させてしまいました。
Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Ultimate killer head wrap. Took him to the corner in a flash. Player two might have just shifted this round into height, experiencing burnout. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a bit hits him with a
何？
There's a burnout. What's next? Raw super hard income.
危ね。
Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Crowns him from above.
やばい、ドスコイが。
A single hit will do it. So,
危ね。
what's
うわ
on the fireball?
ー、ドスコイミス。
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
いい勝負やな。
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Connects with the
よ
throw.
く掴んだ。
Throws of drops him hard. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Scuffle. Aims for the shins. Player one, and nothing stops this train. Yes, super hard to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Can they make the most of it? Holy. Punish
よ
counter
くぞ合わせますよね、本当
A
に。
real test of grip. Gotta do better than that. Looking for a hold. Absolutely relentless. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Parried the fireball. Shows off a parry. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They gotta find something to work with. The drive impact doesn't work. Who's gonna take it? No one
Okay.
caught that. Player two
ラッシュラッシュラッシュ
wins the win. But that
パ
could
トラッ
have
シ
been
ュ
anyone's
忘
game.
れないよ
No
こ
way
の
we could have
道
called
を
that.
パトラッシュと歩いた。よっしゃぼちぼち1時間経つね。終わっちゃいますよ。
Here comes a new challenger.
うお、
They're
今日
all
初めてや
fired
な。
up. We're almost underway.
どうぞよろしく。
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Jump in finds the mark. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Solid combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Reads them.
はい
Taking stock. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their
何
drive.
こいつマジつかみ判定どうなってんの。こいつのつかみ判定距離感えぐくない
Player
か。
2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the charges forward. That increasing metal level is gonna mean more damage and more of a uses the gauge for a super arm. Ultimate killer head wrap. Gets carried to the corner. There's a change of side. A quick breather. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage, showing some real tenacity. What'll
Missed up.
happen here? Jumps up. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Avoids getting stuck in the corner.
マジ
Managed water in for the long game return. What are they gonna absolutely
今の
relentless?
必殺技打てばよかったのに。
Totsugeki to
ったいな。
the face. In attack range, drives and
終わったやばい。
passes.
あー終わ
Down
っ
the cage right there.
た。やったわ。
No way. No signs of letting up from out of the
Yep.
corner. Player
Hey.
lines up.
やったわ。
Here's the final round. The real fight starts
調子乗っ
now.
た調子乗った。
試合だった。
Final round. Fight.
Starts things off with a jump in. Who's going to steal this win? Player 2 and whiffs. They're wide open. Handle is there.
ガチで
Drop drive impact.
抜け目なくいきますよ。
Look at the damage. Shots fired with Teppo. What'll be the plan here? They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. This is a gigantic what
よいしょ
Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
逃げやがった。すごい速度で逃げやがった。1時間経つからな。そろそろやめないといけないんだが。あと一人はやりたいところですね。あと一人マッチングするならやりたいけど。よっしゃ
Comes a new
キャミ
challenger.
この方と最後戦って終わります。
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
手加減はしない。
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation.
こいつ
Maintains composure and pushes out of
こ
the
い
corner.
つ
Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Trying to figure out who will make the first move here. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their
Missed up.
options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match.
何
Throws them to negate the block. Heading into the end game now.
何こいつの戦い方。
Gets
何こいつ。
Player
何。
2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Opposite fatal leg twister. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Can they stop this likely from getting bigger? There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 2, burnout activates. Charges forward. Both going on the offensive? Doing some quick planning? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Anything opposite sees the overhead coming. This can lead to some big damage. Player 1 corrects them. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the big matches out there.
危ねえ。とりあえず1本取っていこう。
Are they actually dead?
負けたら元も子もないんで、ここで必殺技を使っていきます。
Couldn't finish them off.
あれ
Can they still
やりきれない、それでも。
What are they gonna do? Excellent block. Sets up with the jump in. What a finish.
こいつなん
Player
だ。
2 is a force to be reckoned with.
強。
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick. Sticks the combo. Holds out with the block.
引き気味でいってあれだったから。
Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Alright, what's coming up next?
ガチうまいんだけど。うまー。
Sneaks in the
こいつ
throw.
うますぎん。
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2.
シルバー3ってそんな強いんですか。
Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. Jumps in. Throws him. What's next? A quick
どん
breather.
どん。じゃあどんどんであれやってくるね。
Reverse edge cuts him down. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon.
よし。初めてのガード。
Hits him with a stop and pop.
ダメだ。
Burnout activates. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Finishes with the
こ
throw.
いつ強すぎ。おっと。
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
はい、ということで今日はここまでとさせていただきます。アーカイブ YouTube に載せてるので YouTube チャンネル登録と TikTok のチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。最後のやつ強すぎてもうなんかもうやる気失せました。ちゃんと、ちょうど1時間終わったんでちょっと終わらせていただきます。今日みんなコメントありがとうございます。フォローもありがとうございます。おつけろです。